Hi, my name is Marissa Sedlock, and I am a nurse. Um, I am a nurse practitioner student in women's healthcare. I provide healthcare to women, um, and I live in the state of Kansas. My testimony is for legislation, House Bill number 2171, an act concerning abortion, creating the Abolish Abortion Act for the state of Kansas, making all abortions subject to criminal prosecution and violation of Alex's law. Um, I would This act would abolish all abortions in the state of Kansas and make them subject to criminal prosecution, both for the seeker and for the provider. Um, as a woman and as a healthcare provider, I oppose this law and oppose this bill. I live in the state of Kansas, and I have the right to an abortion after the first or before the first 21 weeks of pregnancy. That is written into the Kansas Constitution. Um, and uh, in 2022, Kansas voters rejected any attempt to amend this constitution in response to an earlier Kansas Supreme Court decision that established the right to terminate pregnancy, affirming abortion as a constitutional right. Um, The introduction to this bill would criminalize all abortion in any circumstances, including rape, incest, domestic violence, uh, for any pregnant woman, including fatal fetal anomalies and disabilities. This bill also prohibits any sale and distribution of the abortion drug, what they call mifepristone, which is also used for Cushing syndrome, endometriosis, and uterine fibroids by adjusting the uh, progesterone levels in the blood. According to ACOG, the age of viability for a human fetus is 23 weeks gestational age, and the Kansas abortion ruling does not allow for an abortion above 21 weeks of age. So to question the age of viability, that should not be discussed in legislation. It is not, it shouldn't be discussed in political interpretation. It is not, it is usually misinterpreted as ideological or religious principles based on human being or a person, which is written in this new bill as any unborn from the time of conception, egg, sperm conception, and that is not a viable fetus. So Kansas constitutes that women have the right to reproductive health care. I oppose this bill. In fact, I know that over 62% of US voters state that abortion should remain legal, despite any advances for women. There are still gaps when it comes to domestic or sexual violence, equal pay, advancement opportunities, and again, reproductive health. Abortions, have decreased over the last few decades, but recent laws banning reproductive health choices have caused a slight increase in the number of women seeking those rights. It's crucial that women be able to have those opportunities. Not everybody wants to have children, and raising a child costs from birth to 17 years old costs well over $200,000. And not everybody wants children, but we must respect what other people want. We also have to take it into account that women do not become pregnant on their own, and therefore, it should not just be a choice for the government or politicians to make those choices based on their personal beliefs. It should be a choice of the two parties involved, and in a private matter in the healthcare setting. I recommend that this bill not would not be received or voted against. Even in the case of rape, if a rape victim was forced to carry her unwanted child or unborn fetus to term, that can have devastating effects both on her and that child for years to come. To think that if she were to seek that abortion with this new law, that the penalties for seeking that abortion would be even more severe than the person that raped her. And this is preposterous. This should not even be an option. The criminalization of abortion to end an unwanted or unsolicited pregnancy should not be even considered. Evidence has shown that abortion is not being used as your major form of birth control, so it should not be demonized to or criminalized to the effect that that these women, are at fault, basically. I urge you to vote against HB 2171 to keep healthcare choices between the woman and her provider, and to keep her choice actually exactly what it is. It is her choice. Not yours, not the politicians, and not the men who presented this bill. Thank you to the members of the committee for your time and for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Appreciate it.